Today we'll look at how you can make LinkedIn work for you. By following all the tips in this video, jobs will find you, jobs that fit your ambitions. My name is Johan Peterson, and today we'll talk about how you can ace your LinkedIn profile so that jobs will find you. There are 3 big benefits of having an up-to-date LinkedIn profile, even if you're not searching for jobs right now. First of all, remember that interviewing is a skill. You should interview now and then to keep those skills fresh. And if recruiters reach out to you, there's no effort involved from your side in getting interviews set up. You may also get offered roles that you didn't even know that you wanted. Lastly, if something happened to your job or company tomorrow, you could leverage your up-to-date LinkedIn profile to get a new job quickly. Let me walk you through the changes you should make and why. I'll also share my screen to show you how to make those changes. I'll sprinkle everything with examples and tips. We'll talk about this in 4 parts: profile content, settings, posts, and premium. LinkedIn was actually the first social network I ever joined back in 2005. Since then, it's grown into the #1 tool for career professionals. That's why you need to put some effort into your profile if you're serious about your career. If you follow all the steps in this video, you'll see recruiters reach out on a regular basis with open roles. The frequency will depend on location, experience, industry, and the popularity of your job. It's not uncommon to get several messages each week. We'll start by looking at the contents of your profile. As a general rule of thumb, you want to use as professional language as possible. Also try to use keywords from whatever role you want next throughout your profile to make your profile easier to find. If you're serious about getting a job through LinkedIn, you need to add a professional profile photo. According to LinkedIn stats, you'll get 21 times more views if you have one. If you don't feel confident you can take a professional photo yourself, head down to your local photo store and ask them to take one for you. This is a small investment that is well worth it. And make sure your photo looks like you, your face fills most of the frame, and is high resolution. Also make a point of wearing what you would wear to work. It goes without saying you should be the only person in the photo. Next step is adding a background photo. It shouldn't distract too much from your profile photo, so use something neutral. Ideas for photos could be an image that represents the impact you're trying to make in your career. It could be an image showing tools of your trade. It could be your product or service, or you doing your work. You will find article after article on how you should write an effective LinkedIn headline all over the internet. I do not recommend this if you're serious about finding a job and want to maximize your views though. Simply put your current title as headline. LinkedIn will also ask you to do this automatically. Keep it simple and recruiters will easily see what you do when they're browsing hundreds of profiles for an open role. The About section is very important, and you want to find a strong opener to hook the readers. Summarize your main responsibilities and tell the reader why you do what you do. What motivates you? What drives you? And do call out if you have any specialities. The About section is also where you want to have your personality shine through. Speak to your industry experience and try to include as many relevant keywords as possible. Keywords that recruiters may use to locate candidates for open roles. Try to include keywords for whatever role you're looking for next, as that will have recruiters reach out with more relevant roles. And keep this summary quite short if you want the reader to get through it all. Take your time to add all your work experience for all jobs in the experience section, complete with timelines. For the details section of each role, focus extra on the current and previous job. You may also have some super relevant experience in an old role for your desired next job. If that's the case, simply focus a bit extra on the details of that one too. Here's a really important point that most people don't do, and here's the chance for you to stand out from the crowd. When you write the description for each role, besides writing a summary for it, all you want to add is a bullet list of the quantifiable impact you had in that role. If you have any media to show off your work for any role, make sure you add that too, as that will give any recruiter viewing your profile a quick way to assess your work. Try to get at least one recommendation for each role you have on your experience. Not necessary, but it will leave recruiters more confident in reaching out to you. Before you send someone a request for recommendation, I suggest you reach out to them beforehand and ask if they're okay to write a recommendation for you. LinkedIn matches up the skills you've added to your profile with the skills recruiters use for open roles. Think of the most important skills that you have and that may be relevant for whatever job you want next. The more relevant skills you have, the higher the potential match will be. Getting endorsement for skills is totally irrelevant in 2021. So simply add the skills and leave it at that. If you're coming straight from school or have an MBA or something along those lines that could be relevant, add the details in the education section. If you worked for more than 5 years though, no recruiter will look at the education section for any open role, unless you're looking to get a job that requires a formal education. Under accomplishments, you add any relevant courses you've taken, languages you speak, and any high-profile projects you've been part of. You can also add things like honors and awards. Again, add anything that may be relevant to your career and avoid anything that distracts. You're almost done. Last thing is simply to make sure that your base info is correct. Your current industry, location, and contact info needs to be up to date. Before we dive into settings, hit the like button if you find this video useful. Next, we'll look at the settings you should change to make sure your profile can be found and seen. First, you need to set yourself as open to work. Don't worry, because this will only be visible to recruiters from other companies. You can set the job titles you're interested in, location, how soon you can start, and job types. As a result of the pandemic, you can even define if you're interested in on-site, hybrid, or remote workplaces. This will make sure you only get contacted for the jobs that are in line with your ambitions. To make yourself discoverable, you'll want to make sure that your profile is public and visible to everyone. I recommend you set every single option to show. Bare minimum is profile photo, headline, summary, current and past experience, as well as recommendations. By default, you'll get a randomly generated URL to access your LinkedIn profile. Create a custom URL that you can include in resumes, etc. Make it as short as possible. If you create job alerts in the job section of LinkedIn, you can automatically signal to recruiters from those companies that you're interested in those companies. Make sure your profile is discoverable to approved apps and partner services. If you have this off, your profile won't even show up in tools that recruiters use to identify candidates. To improve your discoverability and show that you're always adding value, make it a habit to share something at least once or twice a week. LinkedIn has an incredible organic reach at the moment, and as long as a single person interacts with a like, you'll reach many more people than you have in your network. Posts could be relevant news from your industry or craft, tips and tricks relevant to your role or the role you want next, or a blog post on your industry or craft. Joining LinkedIn Premium comes with a quite hefty monthly fee. If you can afford it, I strongly recommend you get it though, at least while you're open to new opportunities. And just to make it clear, I'm in no way affiliated with LinkedIn. I pay for a premium account myself because I find it a good value proposition. Again, it's a bit expensive though. The main benefits of LinkedIn Premium when you're looking to be approached by recruiters are these two. Open profile. Set your profile to open profile to allow people to reach out to you without using email credits. This will remove the only barrier for recruiters to reach out. Career Insights. The Career Insights feature will help you see how good of a match you are for a job. This is done based on experience, education, skills, etc. It will also give you insight into how you stack up against other applicants. There are additional benefits, but those are the ones that will give you the most value. And make sure you follow me on LinkedIn to get short to the point career advice on a regular basis. You'll find the link to my profile down in the description. Simply head over there and click the follow button. If you want to go back and watch specific parts of this video when you're editing your own LinkedIn profile, there are chapters down in the description too. I drop videos every week, so make sure you subscribe if you found this valuable. Until next week, thank you for watching and goodbye.